Hi, I'm Bruce Bellwood. I own Tut Hill Lighting on Monroe Avenue, Brighton. I'm here today to talk about energy efficient lighting. Two very popular types, compact fluorescent light bulbs and LED solid state lighting. To start with, we'll talk about CFLs, as they're termed in the industry, compact fluorescents. The idea is with 75% less power, they produce the same light levels as the incandescents that we've grown up with. The life of the bulbs is approximately 10,000 hours, as against a typical 750 hour lifetime of an incandescent bulbs. Now, technology is continued upwards every day. Compact fluorescents now are made in all different types of white light, from a soft white that very similar to the look of the soft white General Electric incandescents that we've known all our lives, and then to the daylight, and then the bright light. Now when we talk about the LEDs, we're talking about something that's all electronic and solid state. Lifetime is approximately 5 times what a CFL is. Heat levels are very reduced, such as with CFLs. And then there is so much you can do as far as illuminating in small spaces because of the very thin size of LED lighting, which the thickness you could compare to double-sided adhesive tape. First of all, let's just talk about in the consumer market when you're purchasing compact fluorescents. The spiral that you see here in the value 3-pack, that is, if you will, the symbol of energy efficient lighting, that spiral. Very common, produced at a level to where the price comes down to the level of almost an everyday incandescent light bulb. Now, as you move over, we see that we come to larger sizes that have more light output. Now we move over into a smaller reflector bulb. A reflector bulb is made to emit light just at the end, so light is not wasted by coming out the side. Now in areas such as a complexion area, like the vanity in a bathroom, heavily diffused, a pleasant round shape, lack of printing, would be a bulb such as this, a G bulb. Now, again, a further upgrade in light output. Then we're going into a larger reflector bulb. All now are made, CFLs are now made in all the varieties that incandescents have been made over the years. Over into, this would be an outdoor reflector, an indoor reflector, another indoor reflector, and then the large floodlights that typically on the outside of the home, most often for security usage. What you'll find now inside many light fixtures that are shallow and wide are the circle lines. Again, they expand out, and the more surface that a bulb has, the more light it can emit. So a circle line is a light bulb that can emit a lot of light. Now we've gone into the newest technology. This is the T2 ballast. Now this is a low output. It's a 20 watt equivalent that uses 5 watts of power. But you will now be seeing this T2 ballast in many larger sizes so that the size of the ballast doesn't restrict as to where it's used. Now I'd like to go on to the LED lighting. Starting over on my left, here's an interesting display. I've picked out a bottle with clear liquids that shows so well the coloration of the light emitting diodes underneath it. They are very small and thin, as I mentioned before, and thus they're able to fit into so many applications. Then, given their solid state nature, you're able to hook up modules to it that allow rotation and also different changes in color by means of a small remote control. You can change a display such as this just by this remote or you can change entire rooms by this small remote. Now moving on over to the display board. To my right, here are 3 different variations of LED light strips. First of all, the idea, they're all fully dimmable. Okay? Secondly, they're an electrician's dream. And the idea of who's ever putting it together, if they miswire it, all it does is blink. You see it blink, you know it's miswired, you rearrange your wiring, connect it properly, and you get a constant stream of light. But nothing's damaged. It knows enough to warn you wired it incorrectly. It's a low voltage light source. That means it runs on 12 volt, and a transformer is used just the same as a transformer on a cell phone. The idea colors of light. This one right here is the equivalent of a soft white. Light is, variations are described as degrees of Kelvin. This is a 2800 degree Kelvin color of white light, and here's a 7300 degree color of white light. Over here to the left of this display, my left of this display, just showing different ways that the color diodes can be put in place to create whatever effect you would like. My LED display box. The purpose of this is to show that depending on what you're illuminating, that's how you pick out which color of white light. For instance, if you're interested in highlighting painted objects, wood shelves, things such as this, a soft white works wonderfully. Now, if you want to make crystal and glassware shine and explode as far as a color, the idea is use a 7300 degree white light, and you'll see how that accent comes alive. The piece just totally opens up. So regular soft white shows it in one way, the bright white in the best way. So it's just the same as you look at every room in your home, you illuminate it according to its usage. Also on accent lighting like the LEDs, you pick out the lighting according to what you're going to light.